Hi everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about something very British since it's November and everybody's dreading the winter. Yes, we're going to be talking about 5 ways to tackle the dreaded energy bills. So let's not waste any time because my tea is getting cold. Number 1 on the list is zoning your home. What does that exactly mean? It means that you literally just only heat the rooms that you're in. So I know it's very self-explanatory, and to be honest, there are mixed feelings, I think, for some people thinking, well, actually, I'm really worried about black mold in a room that's not being heated. There is not much airflow. So obviously keep an eye on your place if there is something that you're worried about when it comes to like black mold. But otherwise, just turn the thermostat down in those rooms, but make sure that the pipe will not freeze. So keep an eye on it. But the whole idea of zoning your heating is just heat the room. If you spend to heat the room where you're staying in, if you tend to spend most of your day in the living room, just like us, when we are not at work, then make sure that the other doors are closed, thermostat is turned down, close the curtains. And what we tend to do, we love our scented candles and also our wax mat. And yes, you'd be surprised how much extra heat it generates. But obviously, please be careful if you've got any pets or any kids, and do not leave naked flame unattended. But yes, so make sure that you only heat the room where you're at. Just if you look at it like, do not heat the castle, just heat the throne. So number 1 is zoning your heating. Number 2 is to combat draft. If your place is very drafty, let's say you live in a cottage, or we live in a masonette, but our place is very drafty because you got floorboards, so we ended up putting down carpets and we use a lot of rugs. So it's something that you could do if you've got wooden flooring. Use draft excluders around the doors. You can also obviously put down rugs, how we did it, and you can get this tape that you can put around your door to keep the draft out as well. And if you don't have a draft excluder, it's very easy. Just roll up a bath towel and just put it where the eddy draft is coming in. So it's nice and simple and inexpensive. If you have a fireplace, just like us, a lot of people in the UK do have fireplaces, and you would fear the draft coming in, to be honest. Obviously, if you use the fireplace during the winter, then it's something maybe that's not that you don't really want to close it off, but you can temporarily put something up so it stops the draft coming in and also the dirt coming in. So we used to use our gas fireplace on a regular basis, but it was quite expensive to run, so we decided to kind of seal it off temporarily, to put something up to keep the draft out, because it was surprising how we could hear the whistling wind in the winter months, and we could feel literally the air coming in. And even now we got this material up that's kind of safe, and it's fire retardant material we clipped on. We could actually see how it's moving, and my daughter even says, "Look, mommy, the fireplace is breathing." So just imagine how much draft comes in. So it's something that you can put in front of it, make sure that it's safe. And also there is this fireplace, I think it's a balloon that you can place in that, again stops everything coming through and cuts the draft as well. So yes, make sure that you try to keep the draft out as much as you can. It would make a massive difference. So make sure that you do something about the drafts. It was number 2. Number 3 on the list is to drop the thermostat by 1 degree. I know it's a bit of a cliche tip, but it's really worth giving it a go. 1 centigrade probably will not even make a difference. You won't even notice it. So just challenge yourself. So if you don't fear the 1 centigrade drop, turn it down by another 1, so 2 centigrade. So, and see how much you'll be able to save on your bill, because if you layer up, which is actually the whole idea of wearing loads of different layers just to make sure that we keep nice and toasty, staying nice and toasty. Yes, just drop this thermostat down. You don't have to have it on 20, 21 centigrade. Drop it down to 19 or 18 and you'd be surprised. You may not even notice it, but definitely your wallet will thank you for it. So number 3 on the list was to drop your thermostat by 1 or 2 centigrade. Number 4 on the list, which is actually one of my favorites because it really does make a big difference, which means that do not heat the home, heat the human, which is very easy to say, to be said than done, you may think. But it's all about layering up, especially nowadays. There are so many things to kind of make us feel more comfortable, nice and toasty, because it does make sense. So if you heat up a room, you might still be feeling quite chilly if you're just only wearing a vest. But what we tend to do, we don't wear slippers in the house, but you can wear slippers if you've got, let's say, wooden flooring or you've got stone flooring, but we just wear really thick socks. Again, we live in leggings. And you can wear, if you're a bloke and you don't want to wear leggings, you can wear long johns. But the leggings, you can actually buy thermal leggings we tend to wear that keeps us nice and toasty. And also wear base layers, or you can even wear a vest that's a thermal vest and base layer thermal vest and wear something really nice and cozy. The more layers you have, the better it is. What we also tend to use that makes life so much easier is obviously thermal wear that I told you about. But what we started doing a couple of years ago, we actually got this silver foil from Amazon. We put it behind the radiator and it reflects the heat, and I think it makes a massive difference to the room. We also found this little gadget that we put on the radiator and it kind of circulates the air, the hot air. You can keep it plugged in and also you can charge it up, although it tends to run out in the middle of the night. We tried it, but I think it's really good. I wasn't quite sure how good it was going to be because people said that it will circulate cold air as well, which does make sense. If your radiator is not on, then it will pull the cold air up and it will circulate it around the room. But as long as your heating is on, because obviously hot air rises, it circulates it and distributes it to the room. And we have it in our living room and we use it all the time. I'm going to link it in the description. I don't know if Amazon would be able to, Amazon's selling it because I got it from somewhere else. I know Amazon used to sell it. So if they have it, I will link it down below. There will be an Amazon affiliate link that would help out the channel. And also there are loads of thermal items that would help you out. I'm going to be linking those as well down below in the description. With again some Amazon affiliate links, but we've been using them and we've been loving these. They are really good to keep us nice and toasty. There are also other things to help you stay nice and toasty. If you just want to sit down and watch the telly, or obviously you can move around, but if you just want to kind of snuggle up on the sofa or snuggle up in bed or you work from home, these are the things that you should be able to get nowadays, especially. What we got a couple of years ago, we got these heated socks. I know they sound mad. They are long socks and they do have this little wiring in that you plug in a little kind of charging cable, charging port, and you've got a little pocket on the side where you slide it in and it keeps you nice and toasty. So you can try rechargeable heated socks. You can try heated gillet. We actually got that, or gilet. We got that for my in-laws and they absolutely love it. They use it all the time, which is just a gilet. You wouldn't even be able to tell that they are the special heated one. And again, you need to have a little bit of, you've got a little wire that you plug into a USB charge, little power bank that's rechargeable, that will keep you nice and toasty. So again, gilet, the socks, we've got a heated throw that we bought a couple of, probably about 3 years ago now, and we use it throughout the winter. It's washable, you have a timer on it, and you can kind of ram it up to really high, or you can keep it nice and low. It gives you a lovely, nice hug, and you don't have to worry about heating up the whole room and feeling like you're in Spain, although it would be nice if you could be in Spain all the time, right? Especially in the winter months. And also just plain simple hot water bottle, which we love. We actually upgraded and we use a long hot water bottle. It takes a lot of hot water, I have to say, but it's so nice because you just literally fill it up with hot water and you put it in the bed before you get into bed, or you can even have it on your lap. Obviously, when you've got an electric blanket on, do not use your hot water bottle because you do not want to tempt fate and get electrocuted, especially while you're watching TV or working from home. Again, you can get hand warmers as well that would be rechargeable. There's so many gadgets out there that really makes our life a lot easier now. Let's see, it was like 30 years ago when we really needed these gadgets, but they went around. So number 4, heat the human, not the house. Number 5 on my list is use your timer wisely. If you're a person who would rather have the heating on all the time but very low, that's what we tend to do, to be honest, because our place is very drafty. We actually tried to turn the heat just to rely on the timer, that we actually just had it on half an hour before we got up, and also before we turned this up off before we went to bed, and we had a little bit of a boosted temperature in the afternoon. But because we kind of work at different times, if you like, because my husband's doing shift work and also my daughter obviously comes from school in the afternoon, it wasn't really feasible because I could be having the timer off when my husband is at home. So you've got kind of 2 options, and you really need to, I would experiment, to be honest. We did try both of them, and for us it was cheaper to keep the temperature really low down and turn the thermostat up when we were around and turn it all the way down when we went to bed. But I do know that there are people as well who prefer to have the timer on, and this is the case when you need to kind of think about when should that timer come on to save you money. But then again, you also have to look at how cold your house gets, because if you think about, if you have to heat up your house every time for your central heating to come on and kind of try to reach the temperature that you want it to reach, it might be really tricky, and it will take the thermostat, it will take the central heating system too long to reach that temperature. But just experiment, and please let me know in the comment which is your favorite. As I said, we keep it on low and turn it up when it's needed, but please let me know. Are you more like somebody who would have it on a timer? And what is your routine? When do you normally have your heating on? So that was number 5 on the list, and I do have a bonus one for you as well, so make sure you don't go anywhere. So my bonus tip is understanding your smart meter. If you've got a smart meter, you will be able to see when you had the spikes and what was spiking it. It's a really good way to keep an eye on the energy and make sure that you stay nice and safe and toasty, and you know what you shouldn't be putting on or when you should be putting things on. And also, I know that many of you probably would need to have the heating on all the time because you may have medical condition when you have to have the heating on. And also, please check out, because you might be able to get some help towards your energy bills if you have to have it on all the time. Please check it out. I know it's a struggle for all of us during the winter months to pay for heating. Everything just going up and everything is so expensive. So hopefully these 5 tips helped you, and please make sure that you stay nice and warm and cozy, and come back next week, next Saturday, because I'm gonna be giving you 5 more tips how to budget and save money. I can't wait to see you all in the next one. Have a lovely day. Run out of tea. Take care. Goodbye for now.
I don't wanna spend, I just wanna save.